make a joyful noise in this house? Make a joyful noise. Come on, make a joyful noise. Hey. Get your dance on tonight. Come on.
Smacking the kufi off something. Because the producer is throwing me off. Listen, we're going to talk about Peter. And I'm going to give you, this segment's called Blackberry Mail. So let me read this to you guys. The stars of the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here have been charged with animal cruelty after allegedly killing and cooking a rat to eat him during filming. Chef Gino DiCampo, who won with viewer feedback, and actor Stuart Manning were charged after animal welfare activists lodged a complaint about a segment of the program. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, the two men were charged with animal cruelty, blah, blah, blah. They have been asked to appear in court to face the charge on February 3rd, and the maximum penalty is 3 years in prison.
Crazy.
I need to slap the kufi off Peter and the animal cruelty people. Because we got so much stuff going on, and y'all trying to charge two human beings for cooking a rat over there in Brazil, over wherever they at, on an island in the woods. You know what it is? You probably eat a rat yourself. You don't know what you would do over there in the woods, but you want to charge people and put people in jail for 2 and 3 years. Come on. Don't look, you better not ever eat not another hamburger. You better not eat a piece of lunch meat.
Well, because what Tiffany said is so valid. She said, well, okay, if that's so wrong, then we ought not be killing animals, period.
Exactly.
Because you're killing pigs, you're killing chickens.
But look at
I guess it's the right way of killing.
No, but what I'm saying is this. But what I'm saying is this. Look, what I'm saying is this. Look, listen, we are wasting paper, wasting judges' times, wasting prosecutors' times and money talking about a mouse.
I guess because it's not legalized. Crystal just said something good. When you call Terminex in to get rid of the rats and the mice, I use pellets. Am I going to go to jail for using pellets on rats and mice?
No, this is what we're going to do. This is what, listen, this is what.
Not killing them. It's just when you eat it after you kill it.
Listen, this is what we're going to do with the Peter people. The Peter people. Listen, you don't like rats? We're going to bring all our rats to your house. And all our mouses and everything to your house. And let's see what you do.
Well, I think, you know what I think is really terrible? There are certain states.
They waste time.
Well, certain states actually have a law where a dog have a tolerance of up to 3 times where they can bite people before they are put down and put to sleep. How do you have more tolerance for dogs than for people?
And I don't get 3 times to shoot somebody before you put me away.
Yeah, well, you do have the 3-strike rule.
Right, no, I mean 3 strikes and you're in there for life.
But you can shoot somebody first time and then do your time and then
wait for 40 years.
It all depends.
But you're talking about putting 2 people that's probably never been to prison
in jail for 3 years.
Well, I think how easy it is for us to destroy people's life for our cause.
Yeah.
And then the Christians are the intolerant people. No, you all are intolerant. This is absolutely ludicrous. And what I find offensive, and I think this is what Terrence is saying, is that we could waste tax dollars
filing a frivolous
for this
But
stuff.
that doesn't make sense. I'm just thinking about it. When we go fishing, you fish and then you eat your fish.
Listen, everybody from Peter better be vegetarians is what I'm saying.
Well, but you know what the Bible says, and this is what we don't understand. The Bible says that in Timothy, that not only with the spirit of deception coming out, but in the last day, they are going to be commanding people to abstain from meat. Mm-hmm. The way it's going now is that in the next 5 or 10 years, we may be a nation where it is forbidden to kill anything for consumption.
Niggas is hungry.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, we may be that type of state.
I'm sorry, I said that.
You talking about he ain't doing that.
I'm sorry.
You ain't doing that. You'll have to do that. You have to, conform to whatever.
What's going on in the Chicago area that has been bringing up, I don't think enough attention has been brought to it. But we have a lot of teens that have been coming up missing. What do you guys think about it, Art?
Well, I think what you said is good. The first young lady, our hearts go out to the mother. Oh, my goodness. The 12-year-old girl. Yes. Oh, my goodness. We just want to send our condolences to you. I do have a problem with the police response time.
Yes.
And the fact, because I hate to say it, that if it was a white girl, little Kaylee, all that, the police was right on it. Immediate. Yes. The mother went to the police and told them, my daughter is missing. The first day she came up missing, they said, oh, she probably just was a runaway. She said, my daughter has never ran away. They still tried to treat it like a runaway. They put it off another 48 hours. It turned out to be 2 weeks. And then when they found the girl, they found her in the alley up against the garage, 1 block away from her house, face so bashed in and distorted they didn't even know who she was. This is an outrage simply because if it was a white girl, I don't care what they say, the response time would have been quicker. And see, that's why I also got a problem with that whole word nigga, because I even think Tiffany said something earlier, it means worthless and don't have any meaning. And I really think the whole spirit over urban Chicago is they're worthless and they have no meaning. It's genocide among ourselves, but I also think other people from the outside is saying they're not worthy. We can do anything to their children. We can do anything in their neighborhood. You know, I think I just saw on the news the other day, the white guy over in Inglewood on the corner, white guy in Inglewood, got a pot house. Got so much drugs. What you doing in Inglewood? You know why? Because it ain't worth nothing to nobody. The police, you know what I'm saying? And that's, now they got another young girl missing, 14. Father dropped her off at the school. No one has seen her. You tell me what is going on. Somebody have seen something. And this happened to our daughters. I am highly outraged.
The thing is that even with the parents, my heart go out to the parents. But you ask yourself this question. What was the 12-year-old doing out at night on the bus by herself? The auntie said, I should have taken her home.
And
but I had something else to do.
And she'll always
and that'll always be before her. That will always be with her. But a lot of times we as parents become so lazy. It's about that self-righteous spirit you talked about. We become so lazy and it's all about us. That we're not out there with our children. You got to go. And I know we have single parents and we have...
No, I'm not saying that. I think some people, it might be lazy, but there's others that really believe that they're teaching their kids independence. I'm teaching my child to be more independent. Some people do it in the city and
I have a client.
The way things are going on, independent.
And I agree with both sides of this. This is good. I do. There was a time, though. There was a time. There's times when you try to teach your children independence and you may let them walk home from school, whatever. What I am saying, and I agree with that. But then I'm also going back to her side of it. Not in this day and age. But then what do you do? Right, and that's good, but then what do you do with a single mother? Yeah, but what do you do with a single mother that has to work?
Exactly.
And the kids have after school programs, and the kids got to get from here to there.
But you know,
it's so many different family dynamics that one thing ain't gonna work for all the families.
You know what I want to touch on? I want to touch on what you said about what the meaning of that word nigger is, useless, because just like you said, I was watching a documentary last night, and you know, there's a girl who was missing for 18 years, but they found her, and she was grown and had kids.
Janice Dugard or whatever.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome. What I'm saying is, those people searched for 18 years, and it might not have been to the magnitude of which it started out. It's because they valued that little girl's life. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And after a week or two, we give up the search. And just like the cop said, well, it's probably a runaway. As individuals, you cops out there, if it was your child, what's wrong with just looking? So people coming up lying, if she is lying, give her a ticket later.
But you know what? How could they just come to the assumption that she was a runaway?
Well, I think
getting
what made you
being seen through, during those 2 week times, why not follow up on it?
No, I think
if they had reports that she was being seen in the neighborhood, walking around. Well, why not follow up on it?
So that's what they're saying. The first little girl,
the 12-year-old. They said they had gotten reports that she had been seen around in the neighborhood.
But you know, I
will say this. The cops
are so busy with all these hooligans out here.
And that's the thing. And I want to say that about the police. Now, let's just realize this, because you can't look at it through a small glass. They have so many other things going on as well. Because it's not just missing kids. It's drugs. It's gangs. It's murder. It's rape. It's whatever. And what I am saying is, when we say it's going to take a village, that means it's just not only on the police.
Right.
Where is the people in the neighborhood? Where are the people in the neighborhood? Somebody saw something. You got relatives out there that know that this guy had this little girl.